I am studying biology.
Biology. Wow. Okay.
Communication.
Communication. All right. What do you hope to do with that?
I don't know. Well, I want to do sign language. Probably,
Sign language.
After.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What are you going to do with biology?
I plan on going further for going into botany, actually.
Okay.
Probably working with pharmacies.
Wow. So you're a pretty smart guy then, huh?
Well, it's taken me a while.
Yeah.
A lot smarter than us.
The ambition is there. So.
Okay. So working with biology, what is your thoughts as far as where everything came into existence? Where it all began?
Where it all began? I don't know. I'm also Catholic too. I was born and raised Catholic.
Yeah. So there's kind of a war.
It's a mesh. Yeah. It's kind of a guided evolution, I guess.
Okay. So do you believe we came from basically a big bang, a big explosion? Here we are.
Yeah, I do believe in that. I mean,
okay.
it makes sense to me when I've learned everything in science, and I hear that it makes sense, and my gut tells me just go with it. So.
Okay, so for instance, the theory the evolutionary theory kind of throws out ideas like everything came from nothing. At first, there was nothing that existed. It exploded and became an organized everything. And so, just with your Catholic background, I'm sure you're aware there's some contradictions there. You know,
I'm not a devout Catholic.
Yeah,
that's what everybody says.
Okay.
Well, I think for me, it's like I mean, the Big Bang Theory kind of works, but I think, like you said, it was an organized thing, but there had to have been an organizer who did it, and that was
right. The first cause. I mean, if there was something in motion or something exploded, what was it that exploded? If it was nothing, there had to be something.
Yeah, well, I believe in God, and
I'm
a devout Catholic. So
okay, so what do you guys think will happen when we die? That's the ultimate question we kind of lead to. You have 3 minutes to live. What do you think's going to happen once those 3 minutes are up? Close your eyes.
I don't really know, honestly. I mean, I don't know. I have all these different theories in my head, and a new one pops up every time I think about it. Honestly, it's just,
What's your thoughts?
I mean, we're going to heaven. Like, I mean, if you lead a good life, and you know, I think once we die, we're just gonna know. It's gonna be everything's gonna be shown.
No
to
questions
us,
then, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay, so do you guys think you guys have lived a pretty good life overall?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take you guys through some just quick couple questions to see if that's true, okay? I'm going to use the Bible as my basis. We all have axioms or presuppositions as to what happens. So I'm going to use the Bible. Some people say, I believe man determines truth. I'm going to say, let's just say the Bible is the standard of truth, okay? Have you guys ever told a lie?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
all right. So what would you call someone who tells lies?
A liar.
Okay, yeah. Okay, have you ever stolen anything?
No.
Nothing? Music from the internet? Pencil from school?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
okay,
because that's stealing.
Well, value doesn't. If I took $1, well, if I take $1 from your wallet, right, or $10, I mean, the value doesn't determine if it was thievery.
Right.
It's still theft, right? Okay. Have you ever used God's name in vain, like OMG or JC, just without?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that's called blasphemy. It's when we take the God who created us. Okay. Remember, I'm going back to my presuppositions that there is a God, and he's going to hold us account for using his name without due reverence. Like, we don't use Hitler's name without, no one says, oh, my Hitler, but we take the God that created us and kind of drag his name through the mud. Very serious. Okay, last one I'll get you guys. You've heard not to commit adultery, right? Like, don't sleep with a married woman, or if you're married, don't cheat on her. Jesus took that further, and he said, if you look at a woman with lust, you actually commit the act in your heart according to God.
Right.
Okay, so have you ever looked at a woman with lust?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, based on your guys' admission, all right, these are only 4 of the 10 commandments. You're lying, thieving, blasphemers, and adulterers at heart, all right?
Makes you feel really good.
Yeah.
Well, but that's why we have Jesus, though.
Okay.
That's why Jesus came,
okay.
so we're
what,
forgiven of those sins.
Okay, so what do I have to do? Now, let's keep in mind, you said you were a good person if we live a good life, but according to God's standards, we haven't. Okay, you've broken 4 out of the 10 commandments. There's another 6 pointed at you. If God was to judge you based on your goodness, would he see you as an innocent or a guilty criminal?
He'd see us as innocent, because all human beings are sinners.
Okay.
It's just that we have to accept that fact, realize that we are sinners, and then realize that we have somebody who who was there to forgive us of these sins.
Okay, so we would be guilty, but we would have to see ourselves as guilty?
Right, we have to learn from our mistakes, too, as well. I mean, if you commit the same thing over and over and over and over again,
you're not
then
really sorry.
you're not really sorry about it.
Yeah.
So.
Picture I'm in a court of law, right? And the judge has me, and I'm definitely guilty. It's on camera, and he says, Gary, we have you on tape murdering that woman, and I say to myself, I've learned from it, I'll never do it again, and I'm really, really sorry. If the judge is good, should he go, and picture the family of this woman standing in the courtroom, and the judge looks at him and he says, oh, you're sorry, and you won't do it again, okay, you can go. Would the judge see me, would that be just to you guys if the judge did that?
Well, if we're speaking religiously, the judge wouldn't have that type of power to know whether you knew or not.
Right. But if we're just talking morally, if he looks at the crime, sees that I'm guilty, would he be okay at just letting me go? Would we consider that a good judge or a bad judge?
A bad judge.
Yeah. Because a good judge has to see to it that justice is served. He can't just let people go. And the same goes with the eternal judge. His moral standings are not lower because we live a lower moral standing. So he can't say, oh, you guys can't meet it, so I'm going to lower my standards for you guys, right? So we would be guilty, right? And if he's just, he can't just go, okay, you're sorry, no big deal, everyone in, big party, let's all get together and have fun, right?
Right.
So you said something that was important. What God did for us so we wouldn't have to go to hell. It's not just saying I'm sorry or asking forgiveness. According to the Bible, 2,000 years ago, a legal transaction happened. God became a man in the person of Jesus Christ. I know you guys know this from your Catholic backgrounds. This is a little bit different than Catholicism. And I can't force you guys to believe this. We're just out here presenting this to you guys. We know that on secular campuses, often they don't talk about this. And we often kind of take God out of the picture and put some natural circumstances that created everything. But it doesn't answer some important questions like justice and morality.
Right.
So 2,000 years ago, God became a person in the man of Jesus Christ, and he stepped into your guys' courtroom, and he paid your fine in his life's blood. Now, what you must do is not just say, I'm sorry. You have to actually repent, is the biblical term. That means realize you've offended a holy God who created you, and then turn from your sin, not just apologize for it, but 180. And then trust in Jesus Christ the same way you would trust in a parachute. Not just believe in it, but actually trust that it will save you on the day of judgment. And that's what we're out here talking to people about, and we're just trying to get thoughts. Does that make sense to you guys?
Me, totally. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing more important, and I'm not talking about coming to our church or a church or giving your money to the poor. Those are all works righteousness. You have to do things now. Okay, I've recognized that I'm bad. Now I'm going to do a bunch of good moral stuff to make up for it. You can't. What Christ did was enough. You can't earn it, and it's a free gift.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking that you guys think about it, because there's nothing more important. We don't want anything from you. I'll probably never see you again. So just think about this stuff, all right, guys? Hey, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for the interview, guys.
We probably will see you again.
Yeah, I hope so.
See you later.